Do you know, this is one of the questions I often get asked from people and even other professionals all the time. Does organic food really make a difference? So today we're actually going to talk about, does organic food really make a difference? And what is really the actual cost of choosing organic foods? Okay, so let's talk pesticides. In an organic farm, the organic farmers actually have to pay to have the label organic, and they are limited to using specific things. So most of the time, organic farmers and local farmers, they do not use pesticides. And if they even do use a very small amount of pesticides, those are all actually natural substances that inhibit the growth of a microorganism so that it can keep the vegetables and fruits fresh and your produce fresh longer, obviously. The other factor in this organic farming is GMOs. So GMOs are something that are not allowed in organic farming. Again, they have strict rules about organic foods, and when you get that organic label, GMO is one of the foods because it's genetically modified. It's not natural. It's not present in nature. It's something that's created in a lab or scientifically produced. So therefore, it's not allowed in organic foods. So another thing you're doing is not that you're only avoiding pesticides and you're getting a lower amount of pesticides, you're also getting real food that are present in nature that are not genetically modified. Did you know that farming, organic farming, they're not allowed to use artificial flavorings, additives, or colors? That makes buying so much more easier because you know what you're getting is pure food, like good quality, high quality food that doesn't have all the crap that doesn't need to be in there. Okay, so now let's talk about the soil. This is a big thing because for the past few years or more, we have seen a dramatic decrease in the health of our soil. And that's mainly due to use of high pesticides because it dries the soil out, it depletes nutrients, and so our food is no longer the same. That is one of the biggest difference between conventional food and organic food, is that the soil is unhealthy with conventional food because it's devoid of nutrients. It's really much less than on a scale. If we were to use a balance scale, then you'd probably see conventional foods all the way down here in nutrient load versus where you would see, well, let's do it this way, right? So you can see me. So you would probably see the conventional load all the way down here and organic food here. The nutrition composition of food is different, and the soil is so much more healthier when it's maintained and retained in its natural form rather than adding chemicals and other things on top of it. Okay, this one may be interesting to some because some of our food actually gets radiated or irradiated, the correct word. And what it does is, in irradiation of food, what happens is the food actually gets radiation in order to kill specific microorganisms. And that is radiation. So that is a form of slow poison, what I call it. So that's not allowed in organic foods. You're not radiating any organic food. That's part of conventional foods. The climate change. So this is a big one because we probably don't understand as much or pay attention to what the impact of choosing specific foods are. When you are supporting local farmers and when you are supporting buying organic food, you are literally saying no to first GMOs, you're saying no to pesticides, you're saying no to radiation. You are taking a stand. And you're supporting your community. One of the biggest side effects of choosing non-organic food is that because of high pesticide use, that actually drifts to communities nearby and it slowly poisons them, and it makes their home, their soil, their water full of toxic chemicals. Every action we take has a ripple effect. It affects someone else, so in some way, one form or the other. So not only that, it also highly affects the climate change. And how, you might be wondering, so Ruby, how does this affect climate change? Well, our soil, when it's healthy, it actually sequesters carbon from the air and carbon dioxide from the air, and that's how it stays healthy. So we know that we've heard from conventional farming, we have a lot of carbon dioxide in the air. When the soil isn't healthy, it's also devoid of carbon. Now, carbon is a backbone of so many nutrients, especially our macros. That's what gives us life. Your fatty acids, carbohydrates, they all have a backbone known as carbon. So carbon is important to life. And in the soil, it's even more important because that's what affects how healthy a soil is and the effect that it's going to have on the food as well. So I've talked about pesticides, GMOs, irradiation, no artificial colors, additives, and components in your food, of course, and then how it actually affects climate change, and also the communities and local farmers. Their health is dependent on us in a way. We are impacting their health by choosing specific foods. So over time, the cost of buying conventional food pays in your health. It's difficult for your organ system to function properly and keep you and protect you and your immune system to fight for when they are so busy getting rid of all the chemicals that are constantly being put into your body. So that's all today, folks. I wanted to make sure that I include this because this is super important. It's one of the most common questions I get, and even from professionals, as I mentioned earlier. So I felt like this was important to tell you even the carbon footprint of eating organic, and the true cost of eating organic is how we affect others, and I think that's important to keep in mind. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if this is helpful, please let me know in the comment below. Share it with anyone that you think would benefit in understanding why it's important to eat organic foods. With gratitude and love, I hope you have an amazing week.